What's up, guys? How's it going? Bringing you guys a game of Conquest on Damavand Peak. I almost forgot the map there for a second. And bringing you guys some tank gameplay in the American tank, the M1 Abrams. And as some people requested, some post-patch tank gameplay, and this is from the other night, so I figured I'd give you guys a pretty nice beatdown here with the tank. Actually, one of the nicest beatdowns I've ever got with a tank, and start off this game pretty fucking awesome, and take these guys out with the tank because it is oh so good. As I've been saying, it's, you know, tanks are still really good, and hopefully this gameplay will prove it to you guys, because since the patch a lot of people have been complaining about the tanks, but they didn't really do that much all to the tanks. And you see right here, I'm just taking these guys out, hiding in the tunnel, and a lot of it has to do with it just, you know, how you position yourself now, and you gotta take cover more in the tank now. But I'm just taking these guys out, racking up hell points, and having a good old time. And after this, I made half the team rage quit, so all the high rank players left. And I don't blame them, because I just got a 1,700 point streak thingy right there. But it is what it fucking is, so here we go, bruh. Anyways, yeah, as requested, some of you guys have been wanting to see some post-patch tank gameplay, so this is from the other night, as I have said. And this is actually one of the best tank gameplays I've ever gotten. So, go figure. And, like I said in previous commentaries, I don't think they nerfed tanks to as bad as people are making it out to be. I think a lot of it just has to do with some of the balancing tweaks that they did. And with all of those in combination together, they can make the tank seem pretty underpowered. But that is far from the case. And, you know, at the time right there, I was kind of mad that I didn't hit that little bird, but you'll see in about 5 seconds why I wasn't so sad afterwards, because there was only one guy in it right there, but then a whole bunch of guys spawned in, and I ended up getting a quad 4-piece right there. So I was pretty pleased with myself there, which is a good time. And which is another thing right there that I love about this new patch, is I could do that and take out air vehicles in one hit with the main gun on the tank, which makes me one happy camper, especially when taking out jets. It's definitely helped out. Little birds weren't too much of a problem pre-patch, just because if you hit them in the front of the chopper, it'll just blast everyone out of it anyways, for the most part. And you hit them with the canister shell the second time, and they'll get destroyed. And right here, going up against another tank and using the terrain around me as cover to get a disable on this guy. And I don't know if I finish him off. I think someone might actually else finish him off. So I go after this Jeep right here and just start trying to pound him down and taking him out. And the specs I'm rolling with the tank is reactive armor, smoke, and canister shell. Yeah. And as you guys, I got some of this edited out because a lot of this game, especially here in the beginning, is just a spawn trap. So I just took out some of the less interesting bits, because this was a double ticket server. But it went rather quickly. It was like 25 minutes long, so I cut it down a little bit to leave. I don't think I missed out on any kills or anything, but at one point of the game, like I said, I cleared the lobby out there in the beginning, so there ended up only being like 5 people in the game for a couple minutes, so I just cut that part out. And you know, thought I'd just speed up the gameplay a little bit and whatnot. But oh, hello, little bird, you get one-shotted with the tank one time though. And yeah, I love that shit. And you know, like I said, a lot of the balancing tweaks in combination that they did from the latest patch did kind of go against the tanks and whatnot, like the javelins. And I think that's the main issue, is the javelins. And especially lately, I've noticed just a lot of engineers have been playing with javelins. So when you got multiple guys locking on you with javelins, it can be a pain in the ass. And And as you know, if those of you who've been watching my channel for a while know that when I'm in the tanks, I always use the zoom optic, and that had to go. I needed the smoke. The smoke has been much more helpful in keeping the vehicles alive, especially when going for repairs, and you could just do some more sneaky shit with the with the smoke and whatnot. And the way I've been using it, you could use it two ways. You could use it while you're getting locked on and hit it, or you could use it right when they launch the missile and hit it, and it kind of acts as flares. And right here again, going up against another tank and using the terrain for cover for my advantage. And that's something that you're gonna have to do just to avoid getting hit. You can be fucked over if you don't get the first shot off now, and are in the wide open. So it's good to make use of your surroundings for pieces of cover. Even the smallest thing can block a tank shell and prevent you from getting hit and taking damage and whatnot. So I definitely recommend just rolling with the smoke. You might have liked using the thermal or the zoom. In my case, I really like using the zoom, but I just had to give it up and whatnot, and it's definitely made me more effective since the patch, because there has been a lot of javelin spam and whatnot. And then you combine the javelin spam with how they did the choppers, and they kind of buffed and nerfed the choppers at the same time against the tanks. And pre-patch, the gunner, if you got pretty much all those 30 shots on target with the gunner and the chopper against a full health tank, you're gonna disable it. And I did it all the time. Now after the patch, you can't do that. It seems to take like 2 full bursts or a burst and a half to get the disable on a full hit tank with just the gunner. So they did nerf that aspect of it, but in return they buffed the pilot's rocket pods in the chopper, and they also buffed the rocket pods in the jet. I noticed those have been a lot more effective in disabling tanks. Seems like I only got to get about half of them on target to disable a full health tank, instead of previously getting all 12 of them on target, which was a lot harder to do, just because rocket pods were a little weird to use. And I like how they took out that smoke trail. It kind of threw me off the first couple of days, because it really fucked off my aim with rocket pods in either the jet or chopper. But now I like it. It makes it seem where I'm hitting a little bit easier and whatnot. Yeah, see right here, we just ended up spawn camping these guys for a little bit. Actually, I ended up capping B, and I ended up turning around back and going to get it. I find when I've been spawn trapping people and they're going to cap a flag sometimes, I'll just let them cap it just to get the game moving in a different direction. So I got something to do, and right here I go back and go to B, because I noticed that they headed out to go take the A flag. That guy just crashed in the car. Oh, that was funny. Yeah, I have no problem still doing well with the tanks since the patch. I did have help. My buddy Rick, or Backwood Burner, was repairing me and the gunner. And Sausage actually said that we were like the best tank combo he ever heard playing in this game, because me and that fool was real good with callouts and shit, just playing. Because I've been playing with games with that guy forever, and I've known him in real life for like 10 years, skating, every day and whatnot, shit, back in the day. So we get down pretty hard on the battle, and I kind of wish I did a live com on this game, because it would have been a good live com, but no big deal. I figured I'd just do a regular commentary for you guys, because I've been requesting some good tank gameplay. I got a couple tank gameplays. I got a really, really good game on Caspian border tonight that I'll be bringing you guys. It's like 40 minutes long, but it's really good, and I'll definitely be shorten the the time on that, because it's pretty long for a video. But see what happens, and yeah. Oh, come on, get that guy. Suppression in the tank. Oh, that's funny. And it's pretty funny how they did that with the suppression after the patch. Before the patch, I didn't have a suppression medal. I think I only had about 12 or 15 suppression ribbons, and all of those are probably just times I played on Operation Metro. But now I get them all the fucking time, and I've gotten a medal or two since then. And it took Mac forever to get the medal. He got it a couple days before the patch, and I think he's got a couple since the patch, so it's pretty funny how they did that shit, but whatever. How they lowered the requirements on some of the things, like the Nemesis things they lowered the requirements on too. Which is fine. Going after this tank right here. It takes a while for me to get this guy. You get a couple people repairing him and whatnot. And one thing that I noticed when driving the tanks now, it's definitely, after the patch, it's definitely harder to solo tank horror than how it was. Just with the super slow repair times and shit like that with the repair torch. That shit kind of sucks. That's one thing that I kind of think, ooh, get blasted. They definitely need to change that back and put the repair tool back to its former glory. One thing that I did notice is like going after an enemy tank and repair torching him. That shit fucks him up. That's like getting shot up by a jet or something. It feels like when I'm in the tank. You guys saw in that Wake Island game that I posted like a week ago, there's a point where I run over this guy, and right before that he was hitting me with the repair torch, and he dropped me to like 60 health from 100% in like 2 seconds. I thought I was getting lit up by a jet or a chopper or something. Oh no! Watch out, Javelin. That's one thing that also they need to tone down with the Javelin is the blast radius on it. You see that guy was hella far away, and he got killed by the fucking thing. And then right there, we actually finally got taken out. Ended up going on a 32 kill streak right there. So, nice proper way to start that game off right there. And I figured, fuck it, might as well get a true tank gameplay and just wait until it respawns and come back in here. Ooh, excuse me. And re-grab this A flag and fight these guys off. I don't know how that guy did not die. Sometimes I don't know what it is about the tanks. It can be weird for hitting people, but whatever. Still good, and but yeah, I think the tanks are fine. The only thing that they really need to change is maybe slightly reduce tongue twisted, slightly reduce the damage on the Javelin. Yes. Oh, you guys will have to forgive me. I'm tired. I just got off the battle, and smoked a whole bunch of pot earlier, so yeah. But anyways. Yeah, I have no problem doing well with the tanks after the patch, and you know, it definitely helps you to have a gunner repairing and whatnot. And even a couple times, some of the blue guys were help repairing and stuff. So that definitely helps out. And you know, just that and just positioning with the tank is very important. And shooting down little birds like that in one shot's always a good time. And definitely rocking smoke has definitely helped out in me being more successful in the tank post-patch. Especially now since of all the Javelin spam and whatnot. But I think over time that'll go away. And, you know, it's just how it is. It's like the new thing. So it might die down. Might not. Definitely the past day or so it hasn't been as bad. So, at least for me. And oh, this is weird right here. I don't know how I did not get a hit marker on this guy at all. I finally clear him out. But yeah, I have no problem doing well with the tanks. You know, just having someone good repairing and just positioning. You definitely got to be more aware in the tank where enemies are at and other tanks on the map and people with javelins. You just got to be way more aware. I think that just widened the skill gap a little bit, which I'm fine with. Again, the only thing that I think they really need to change is the javelins and you know, bring the repair tool back to how it was. There's no need for that one. So, other than that, I'm pretty happy with it. Oh, right here, I get lucky. That guy I'm getting locked on by javelins and shit. That guy right in front of me, I got him, but I don't know how this tank did not even trip off me. And see right here, I'm just going back and forth in between this concrete pillar and using it as cover. I already got a couple hits on him, and he hasn't even got one on me. And then someone in the squad actually ended up taking out with one rocket. So definitely position has been far more important than previous. You know, play the tank kind of like how you can play infantry. When you go into a fight with the tank, try to get behind some cover first, because being stealthy with the tank is important. You know, if you got time to get a better position on an enemy tank before he notices you, you know, do that. Because if you start shooting at him when you're in the wide open, he might start blasting at you and he'll take you out before you could get him. You know, you never know. And I haven't tried out the guided missiles for the tank. I don't really like using those, so I don't know if those have been, you know, improved or whatnot. So I can't really say anything on that. I haven't really noticed them, you know, killing me, or and again, I haven't used them. So, but other than that, I think it's fine. I don't know. I don't see what all the fuss is about, honestly, about how they're underpowered. Just that the pilot in the choppers is definitely more effective to it, which I don't have a problem with. In Bad Company 2, it was worse. So just looking back at how that game was, and Battlefield 2 and all that, air vehicles just absolutely raped the ground. So now they still do, you know, they're still powerful, but they're not super ridiculous. And with them adding the one shot, you know, from the main tank, and you know, RPGs, also the heavy machine gun, the 50 cal, on top of the tank does a lot more damage to air vehicles. So, you know, if worse comes to worse and you're getting bothered by air vehicles, is just hop into anything that has a 50 cal machine gun on top of it and just start dumping at it, and you'd be surprised how fast you'd kill people. You know, you just got to get your bullet, you're leading the targets, you know, get them used to that, and constantly burst firing with the main gun so it won't overheat. And going up against this tank right here, he got 2 guys repairing him right now. I got 1 guy, but I'm using the terrain around me to get an advantage, so it caused him to miss half his shots right there, and instead of him actually hitting me. And that, with the in combination with reactive armor, definitely helps out. So anyways, guys, that's the end of the game right there. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys got some good tips on how to perform a little bit better in the tanks post-patch. And final score, I went 42-1. A nice little beatdown right there, and whatnot. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and peace. Have a good one.